Arsenal, who were 3-0 winners at home to Nottingham Forest. I don't know how you guys felt, but I know Forest got beaten by Newcastle, but overall, Forest haven't exactly been a walkover this season. So for me, it wasn't a slam dunk. It wasn't like the games of old. But from pretty much the beginning,
controlled it.
Absolute domination of this game. And I know a few Arsenal fans were worried. They saw the lineup, saw Havertz on the bench, Martinelli on the bench. I wasn't worried about that. And they thought, Jesus starting. But, Champions League in the week.
Yeah.
West Ham, both games. So we've got Champions League in the week away and then West Ham away as well. I think it's a bit of rotation time. Thomas Partey didn't start either.
Yeah.
Gino started, etc. But yeah, didn't make much of a difference. I think Odegaard being back is the key differentiator.
Mm-hmm.
He just kept the ball moving so well, picking up those spaces. It still looked a little bit predictable. Like he's got this thing where he's on the edge of the box on the right hand side of the penalty area.
Yeah.
Then he just digs that little ball in.
Yeah.
That's becoming a little bit formulaic. But he's just coming back.
Yeah.
All the other stuff will kick in. But yeah, Saka and Odegaard
that link.
on that right hand side, it's just clicking back. And that was really the same link up that kind of cultivated the first goal.
Yeah.
Along with some dismal defending from Forest. I mean,
I was like, when's he going to shoot? I was like, oh, you're still letting him have the ball? You're going to shoot now?
Well, it's bad enough that... Okay, so one of the things he's good at is that he can go both ways. So I'm never going to rip a defender too much for not showing him onto his right, because actually showing him onto his right
doesn't
could just
make
be lethal. But then when he comes into the box and his clear is going to be on his left, then it's a different ball game, because he's not shooting on his right is a different story.
Yeah.
So you let him run across your box and get an angle that's great for a left footer and shoot. Come on, I'm not saying anyone should take him down or etc., but just be clever about it.
A bit tighter.
Yeah. Put him under a bit more pressure, maybe a bit more aggression. Like
I think sometimes, I think the defender might have looked to his left and said, "Oh, we've got 4 bodies or 3 bodies there. Like there's enough.
One of them will get him.
Yeah, it will block. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. So it was a good start. Odegaard assist, Saka goal. How many times have we seen or heard that? And he kind of just carried on from there. I think
Jesus had some nice moments in the game. He did.
He did have some. He did, but he had some wasteful moments as well.
But I think for him, it's a goal. I'm not saying he's gonna get 20, but I think once he gets a goal, I think you will see another 5, 7, 8 roll in.
We've been there before, man.
Nah, but he done it his first season. But what I liked, there was a couple plays that he done where I was like, okay, that was really nice. Link up.
But we have other people that can do that. You need to score. And you know a good example of that? That move, that really nice move in the box, the football.
Yeah.
Odegaard.
The back hit, the flick.
Saka, blah, blah, blah. Comes to me to the box. I already knew he wasn't scoring.
Yeah.
I knew he wasn't scoring. He's finishing. He's just dead. Anyway, I was a little bit surprised by Forest. And a little bit might have been Arsenal's tactics. Like, we were winning the ball fairly high up the pitch. We were swarming. Anytime a Forest player got the ball, 3 Arsenal players around them, etc. I was a little bit surprised by them. They weren't doing any of the things that have been working for them recently.
Yeah, maybe that. I was thinking, when I saw the lineup as well, I was like, oh, are you resting? Like, Woods didn't start.
No, yeah, I'm just trying to check, because he might have played
Gibbs White
far away, innit?
No, so Woods didn't start because of all the travel, which is an issue they have with him regularly, because he plays for New Zealand.
Yeah.
So when he's playing, he's always doing some
mileage,
mad mileage,
long haul, fight. So that was a reason given. And when he
Gibbs
hasn't played for some time, he's a good player and he's troublesome, but he hasn't played for some time.
Woods was playing against Samoa.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's mad.
But Hudson-Odoi was playing, Dominguez was playing, Wood-Prowse, Elanga, all the people that have been causing problems. Olaina as well, Milenkovic. So they had their team.
Yeah.
No, I think it was a good result for you. Like you say, considering where Forest are in the league, how they've started this season, like they haven't really been put to the sword.
And the position we were in as well, right? Not having a win and
because I think they would have gone above you if they had won at the weekend, possibly.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good result for you guys. Like Odegaard coming back. Not
No
saying
Ben
not.
White. No Ben White as well.
Yeah, he's out for a while, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
a bit of a shame.
Yeah.
But yeah, considering like you've kind of fallen off the pack a little bit, getting that result under your belt will kind of put you in good stead for when you play
And I
West Ham
think
next week.
the fixture list looks a bit more favourable
Yeah.
to us. And I think we've got quite a few home games as well.
Yes.
During the next 10, I think a few more home games than away games.
Yeah. So
in the next 11 fixtures or something like that.
The after West Ham away next week, well, Man United at home, Fulham away. It's the normal home
I
away
think,
kind of
but we're in London a lot. I think a lot of our games are in London. That's it. Sorry.
So you got Fulham away. So yeah, effectively, when we're away, we're either in London or close to London.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. Because then the next away game is Palace. Then we're home to Ipswich. Then the next away game is Brentford.
Yeah.
So yeah.
There's not a lot of travelling, right?
No. And I think we've got the same kind of swing in Champions League as well.
Sorry, just go back to the Ben White. So apparently he's out for like a couple of months.
Yeah.
With Tomiyasu
Again,
not really being available much, do you think that's going to potentially hinder you if you get another injury in defence?
Possibly. I think the investment in Calafiori, Timber, etc. Sounds like this when it pays off. It sounds like this when it pays off.
Oh, you've still got Zinni as well. And I forget about him. He
And
came on
then we've
yesterday.
got
Thomas
Skelly.
Partey can play right back.
Yeah.
And then we've got
Yeah, so it's not too bad, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not ideal, but
I think what was important though is like you said, the return of Odegaard, right? And like he's just getting up to speed, and it was really enjoyable again to see a number 10. Him playing against, and like I remember people criticizing it. Like you said though, John, he's such an important part of the team. Of course you're going to miss him.
Yeah.
Like without a doubt, like it's like you would miss Salah. So
I've never understood that
one man team kind of notion. And
yeah.
If the guy's that good, it's what it is, right?
I'm not
You're
saying
gonna
we
miss
won't win games or you won't grab at results, but you won't win them in the same way, and that's what makes that individual so important to the team. He's the captain.
Yeah.
He's those players that don't grow on trees, which is why most teams don't have a player that plays in the way he does.
Yeah.
You know.
what about young Ethan?
I was about to say, yeah. So another highlight from the game was Ethan Nwaneri scoring his first kind of Premier League goal.
Yeah.
But also for me, what I took from that as well was, Raheem Sterling as well. He put on the assist. It was a little bit of a I don't want to say a flashback, but beat his man, picked out a play in the box. And whilst most of the middle of his career he's been one of the receiving end of those passes, him getting up to speed and start to contribute in those ways, could be helpful.
Yeah, and I think we're not kind of highlighting Ethan's performance because there was like little things he done in his little cameo, rolling the guys. Like he was confident.
He had a chance before where he's one-on-one with the guy, gave him a step over. You're like, this guy's 17. And it's interesting watching Omari Hutchinson today. Is almost this is who Nwaneri needs to become for Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? Growing into that Prem player that can be trusted with the ball, be important for us with the ball.
Yeah.
And I think he needs to play more.
Yeah. It's interesting you mentioned that Sterling set him up, because what I see with Ethan is what reminiscent to when Sterling was first coming through at Liverpool. I think it was like the 12-13 season. And all the fans were like, play him. Giving and when he's warming up, everyone's clapping in it, trying to G him up, etc. And then when he comes on, he's giving you the flashes. He's like, why is he not playing? Why is he not playing? And I don't know if you saw what Arteta said about Ethan afterwards, but I kind of understand why he's trying to not dim the hype, but he's like, it's a brick by brick process, isn't it? It's got to be done slowly, etc. I hear that, but I think, especially when Odegaard was out, there were certain games.
Like 20, you could give him half an hour.
I don't even think half. I think you could have started him.
Circumstances have said, so your brick by brick thing is ideally
if Odegaard's there, fully fit.
Yeah, and I'm not saying he starts now, that's it forever. Even if just for that period there, he starts a few games, he comes off early, blah blah blah. Then when Odegaard comes back, we go back to brick by brick. But in that time, you could have accelerated
So that double false
Yeah,
nine,
so-
That building,
So
yeah.
when it's time to actually start a game,
he's ready.
he's ready.
Yeah.
Because what you don't want is him having to start a game maybe at the business end of the season.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he will get overwhelmed because he looks like he's got the confidence to go out and just play.
Yeah.
But you don't want him to kind of potentially have that stage fright in an important game, making
Because
him look like
you haven't been playing him.
Yeah, so.
And it's so interesting that he does that when he's a manager that flogs other youngsters to death, bro.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm not sure. But yeah, all round, good day at the office for Arsenal. Not great for Forest. And I think it's important that Forest really, people will say, oh, well, they weren't going to come to Arsenal and whatever. But I just think those days are, not those days are done. Forest have shown
That
they
got
stick
enough.
stick to what the plan that Nuno wants them to play.
Mhm.
I always say his first name like he's my brethren, but that Nuno wants them to play. They can, they can
execute the plan.
and
hurt
points.
you.
Yeah,
And
and
hurt you.
So
Because
they
they've
might,
done it to Liverpool.
exactly. They might not take wins, etc. And they need to get back to that because all that early work will just vanish quickly.
Yeah.
The league is congested, it's tight. Before they blink,
They're back in 10th.
bruv, quickly. I mean, if I look at the table now, where are they? They're 7th now, right?
Yeah.
Again, they're on 19 points, so they've got a lot in the bank. But it's what's that? They've got 19 points. 12th is 16 points. Manchester United. So it's, hopefully they find some form. And in the Christmas period, it's not easy. When your squad isn't that big or that deep, it's a problem. So yeah, good day for Arsenal. I wouldn't say back on track, but they stopped the rot. They stopped the bleeding.
Yeah.
1 point away from Man City, which, no disrespect to Liverpool, that's is one thing being behind first place by a significant margin. Being behind second place, and second place is Man City, it's another problem.
Yeah.
So yeah, now the fixtures are coming up. If Liverpool beat Man City, then I think the whole balance changes, and we win, and Chelsea win as well. Then actually, it's okay. All of us are fighting for second, and who's going to emerge when Liverpool have a wobble?
Yeah.
Because unless you win every game to the end of the season, a wobble is coming at some point. How long the wobble is, and how many points that gives you. But City don't win next week, then it's okay. Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, are you you're fighting for City for second place.
Yeah.
And Arsenal, really, you need to emerge from that and be ready when Liverpool have a blip. And that's really going to be the